Throughout history, there have been rulers who left their mark through wealth, through conquests, and through dynasties. But only a few left behind a legacy of courage so powerful that centuries later, their names are still spoken with pride. Today, we journey back into the heart of 19th century India, where one woman stood against an empire. She was not just a queen, not just a mother, but a warrior who became the symbol of freedom itself. This is the story of Rani Lakshmibai, the fearless Queen of Jhansi. Lakshmibai was born in 1828 in Varanasi. Her childhood name was Manikarnika, lovingly called Manu. From a young age, she was unlike other children. While many little girls played with dolls, Manu learned to wield swords, ride horses, and practice archery. She grew up fearless, strong, and independent, qualities that would one day make her a legend. At the age of 14, Manu was married to the Maharaja of Jhansi, Raja Gangadhar Rao. After marriage, she was known as Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi. Life in the palace seemed destined for calmness, but destiny had written another story for her. Tragedy struck when the Maharaja died, leaving behind no biological heir. The British East India Company, under their infamous doctrine of lapse, refused to recognize the adopted son of the Rani as the rightful heir. According to their law, Jhansi was to be annexed into the British Empire. But Rani Lakshmibai did not accept this fate. She declared with unshaken resolve, "Meri Jhansi Nahi Doongi. I will not surrender my Jhansi." With these words, she transformed from a grieving widow into a fearless warrior. The year was 1857, the year of the First War of Indian Independence. Across the country, sparks of rebellion were igniting. And in Jhansi, those sparks became a blazing fire under Rani Lakshmibai's leadership. She donned a warrior's attire, turban on her head, sword in each hand, and her young son strapped to her back. On horseback, she trained her army, men and women alike. The people of Jhansi adored her, for she was not only their queen, but also their protector. When the British forces laid siege to Jhansi, the Rani fought like a lioness defending her cubs. For weeks, Jhansi withstood the attack, with Rani Lakshmibai leading from the front. Witnesses described her as a figure of lightning on the battlefield, cutting through the enemy lines with unmatched bravery. But the battle was fierce, and Jhansi eventually fell. Did she surrender? Never. With her son tied securely to her back, she rode out of Jhansi and regrouped with other rebel leaders. She fought side by side with Tatya Tope and others, striking blow after blow against the British. In June 1858, near Gwalior, she faced her final battle. Surrounded and heavily outnumbered, the Rani fought until the very end. She did not allow herself to be captured alive. On the battlefield, she gave her life, becoming immortal in history. The British officers who fought her could not help but admire her courage. One even wrote, "She was the most dangerous of all Indian leaders. The bravest and best. Her death was not the end." Her sacrifice lit a flame of freedom that continued to burn for decades, until India finally gained independence in 1947. Even today, more than 150 years later, her story inspires millions. Rani Lakshmibai was not just a queen who defended her kingdom. She was a warrior who defended the very spirit of freedom. She proved that courage knows no gender, no boundaries, and no defeat. Her words still echo in history, "Meri Jhansi Nahi Doongi." She gave her life, but she gave India a dream, the dream of independence. And so, the warrior Queen of Jhansi lives forever, not in palaces, not in monuments, but in the hearts of all who dare to fight for justice. This was the story of Rani Lakshmibai, the fearless, the immortal, the warrior Queen of Jhansi. Thank you for joining this journey. See you again in the next story.